about a majority of my family and friends.
You mean the one in the upper right?
Yeah.
Oh, I like Kevin's also. Look at that.
That's very cool.
Yeah, good one, Kevin. Good one. All right. I think it's about that time that we get this party started. Let's get it started. Huh? Let's get it started in here. Yes. Thank you, Jerome. I appreciate that. Actually, that's how I used to start all the shows I did when I was working with Robert over at the Ganos and other companies. It got everybody rolling. So yeah,
Yep.
I kind of missed that a little bit, but maybe
Hey,
down the road.
you're the hostess with the mostess. You might have to start adding it.
There we go. I think maybe we should. I can work
Hey,
that through. All right. All right. Well, welcome, 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 everybody. It is Saturday. It is noon Pacific, 3 p.m. Eastern, or whatever time it happens to be where you are watching us, because you are watching us right now. And it is time for the AMAs. Ask Me Anything with the amazing Robert Hollis. Thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedule. Today, it will be a little bit of a short one today. So we're going to cut right to it after a few quickie announcements. First of all, would you believe we are 2 subscribers shy of 7,500 subscribers? It's all because of you. Thank you so very much. If you are watching us on YouTube, please hit the subscribe button. It's the one that's right down below that says subscribe. And right next to it, there's 2 other buttons I'd like to ask you to hit. The first one is the like button. Please hit the like button. It's the one with the thumbs up. Thank you very much. And the other one is the one that's well, I don't know where my finger's going because I think it's opposite of where it is on the screen on YouTube, but there's a join button down there. We have exclusive groups that you can join us with. It's roberthollis.com/join. And we go into further details and in further depth of a lot of issues or a lot of things that we want to share with everybody, the Imaginators and Inner Circle. You become part of those, and we go more into depth with helping you to get to the next level. That's how simple it is. So, one last, 2 more announcements really quick before we get this party started. First of all, if you do want to share with us, go ahead and let us know your questions in either chats, either on YouTube or here in Zoom. If you're watching us on Zoom, uh, go ahead and put your cursor in the middle of the screen where you see my face. You can put it anywhere right in this little area here. And then on the bottom, you'll see, thank you, Robert. Yeah, there we go. Thank you. That scratched that itch. Uh, you put the on the bottom, you'll see a bunch of buttons. One of those is raise hand. Click on that. We will call on you in the order that we receive it, your message, and you get to speak with Robert directly. That's how simple that is. And finally, I love to share a meme, a saying, or something like that as we get started. And the vibe of the day came from Terry Hollis, Robert's wife. And I love this, especially as we get started with September, heading into the fall of this year, and a lot of the new things that are happening with all of us being Imaginators, Inner Circlers, and Trade Stars. The vibe of the day is things always end up working out, sometimes even better than you can imagine. Remember this when you feel like you're in a hard place or you feel like you're being challenged the most. Believe in where you're headed. See the bigger picture.
nice, nice.
And with all that said and done, let's get her started. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up for Mr. Robert Hollis.
Thank you, Craig. I hostess with the mostest. I love and appreciate you guys. If I didn't shout out your name, Rochelle and Scott, I see my son on here, Matthew and Kai. I think I got everybody else. And I just want to say to each and every one of you, I love and appreciate you. And I see Karen. I don't know if I said her name, but hello, everyone. And I'm going to do a little something different on this Ask Me Anything. Instead of me going into sort of a little teaching aspect, I just really want to do a huge shout out to some of the people that are just winning big, big time. And so, with that, I'm just going to call on a few people and ask them to share. And because they're just doing so incredibly well, their teams are doing well, people are doing well in trading, And, one of the first ones I want to reach out is Joshua Daramella. Are you there?
Yeah, there he
Wow,
is. Hang
Robert,
on.
Robert, thank you so much, everyone. Mr. Craig, Mr. Matthew, Mr. Bill Shoemaker, Jerome, everyone, you're amazing. And it's just so wonderful to be here tonight. Thank you so much, Robert. And also thank you to my daily choice. So I know we've not been able to join on the Ask Me Anything for quite a time because we normally have Zoom that clash in. So that's the major reason. So this Akashx thing has been incredible. I first tested it out in February. Like maybe I might be among the very first people to test it out here in Nigeria. And back then, I used my own money, $200. And within 1 month, I was able, using the Akashx signal and everything, I was able to grow it to 100%. My $200 became 400 because
Yay.
I was nervous with trading. I didn't really understand trading. Immediately I have profit, I withdraw it. I have profit, I withdraw it. So I was able to withdraw a total of about $400 in 2 months, and I only started with $200. So when they now came up with the new educators and everything, I was hearing the news. I was like, this is incredible. It's like, this is a bit simplified. And all of a sudden they did the promo. I was like, this is it. So a lot of us were now taking a look at it. And right now, if we have last month, I believe we have over 600 people that came on board Akashx. Is way more than that. I'm just like very conservative. So and right now we have 2 people that I know have passed phase 1 and phase 2 in just their first 3 weeks.
That is
and
amazing.
A lot of other people have already
has the first guy gotten a withdrawal yet?
Yeah, the first guy has not withdrawn yet. So he did another because he was so excited that he went ahead and opened multiple trade against my guide and my advice. So the second person right now, so the second person right now has already passed his phase 2, and he will be funded. I have not asked if it has already been funded today. For me, I'm still in my phase 1, but at least I'm $2,000 in profit. So just going steadily. And right now, what everyone is just doing is, don't be in a hurry to pass your challenge. Just go watch Joe Arias' video, watch the 10 videos. Once you watch the 10 videos, you will know how he's using he said you just take 5-minute chart, and then you can be taking small profit from one single signal. You can make a lot of profit. And I tried that out, ladies and gentlemen. I tried it out on Friday. What I did on Friday was amazing. I went to watch all those videos of Joe Arias. Then after watching, I was like, wow, you mean the opportunity here is even bigger than the signal that I sent? From one signal that I sent, you can have a lot of entry and make a lot of profit, because Joe Arias is just like Robert Hollis. For me, there are many of the educators, but I just seems to go with him because it's simple and you can just easily understand what he's putting you through. Even a novice, there's someone that has never traded. The second person that has passed his phase 1 and phase 2 in our group, he has never traded. He has only been giving his money to people to trade for him, trade for me in the past. And people have squandered his money because he was giving them money to trade. But this time with Akashx, he went in, watched all the videos in the academy of Joe Arias, and he knew what to do. And do you know, in 2 weeks, he passed his stage 1, and in like 3 days, he passed his stage 2. So, and right now, he should be funded on Monday. And I believe that Akashx is really, really a great gem. So if every one of us that is here and we are listening, the reason why people are not getting this is they don't want to go watch videos. Like Robali will say, good question. Good question. What is video? So when I do that to my people, they're like, the only thing you will tell us is watch the video. I say, yes. Robert Hollis is telling us to watch video. He has made over about $5 billion in the last 6 years. Why should I not be telling you to watch video so that you can succeed? So it's just, Akashx is amazing, ladies and gentlemen. If you can just follow the system, it's amazing. So thank you so
And
much, Robert.
I also wanted to,
excited.
I also wanted to congratulate you. I think you got 3 or 4 new 1Ks. And
Yes,
do you
yes,
if you want to, you can shout their names out and
yes. So we have about 3 persons majorly in Mosh team, Mr. Sojo and Mr. Daniel, and another person like that here in Nigeria. And it's just so amazing to see the excitement. People are winning.
yeah.
And even people that have ranked up before we qualify for their position, it's just exciting. In this
Yes,
time, ladies
to
and
watch
gentlemen, yes,
Mosh and Coach Josh both rank at 10K. It was just
it,
super, super exciting. And I think that
it's
didn't your total group do like almost 30,000 in volume?
yeah, of course. The volume was massive. And and it's just going to be getting better, because when I see in that Akash's vision call, where Akash's is going and my daily choice is going, in fact, this is the best company ever to be part of. I just tell people the only thing is, in this company, just go to work. Forget about short-time vision. Just have a
Yeah.
long time for yourself, the long-term vision, and put in the work, the excitement. So thank you so much, Robert. And
Thank you.
I'm happy to be here.
Well, you guys got to know. I look at Joshua as my son. And he's been around for a long time in Nigeria, and he just loves helping people. And he recently got engaged. He's about ready to get married. So I am so proud of him, and I'm just so proud of you. I really am proud of you, Joshua.
Thank you, Robert. You're amazing. And do you know what, Robert? In 2020, when I came in newly to this company and I met you, I was watching all your videos, everything, and you were teaching taprooting. When you get someone on board, you ask them, who do you know? Introduce me to the best people you know. So one of the person that I got on board, I asked him, who do you know? Who is the most passionate, goal-driven, someone that never give up, they always love to make difference? And he introduced me to my spouse. I didn't know she would be my spouse back then, but it was through taprooting. So it's until last year, November, that is November last year, that was when I decided, okay, this should be my babe, my queen.
Right.
So, ladies and gentlemen, Robert is doing wonders here. He's not just showing us how to make money, he's showing us how to find love.
Well, again, I can't tell you how proud I am. It's funny that I was in my prayer time this morning, and I was going, what should I do on the Ask Me Anythings? And it's like, well, let people share their stories, and you're normally not on here. So for you to be on here, I thought, yeah, it was like, God was telling me what to do. So now we got a nice little snippet of, Craig is such an incredible asset to me and all of us. He doesn't get enough credit, but he'll make sure that we get this video, Joshua, and have it separately, and we'll make sure to share it with the world.
Yeah, thank you so much, Robert. God bless you. And everyone in the house, I love you all. Appreciate you so much. God bless you.
God bless you. All right.
Yes, thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Before we continue, because I know you've got a couple of other people, and Joshua, congratulations. Thank you so very much.
Mr. Craig.
How awesome. Before we continue, I did want to share the link to the video that Joshua brought up, the one with Joel Arias, is in the chats, both the YouTube chat and here in the Zoom chat. And you need to watch the video. Okay, and the reason why I'm saying this is because the videos that Joshua referred to that are mentioned in that video from Joel Arias are there. I'm not going to post it because you need to see the videos. You need to take the notes, and you need to follow Joel on that. All right? Enough said. Robert, back to you.
Well, the next person I'm going to call out is one of our very newest 1Ks, Special K, KC. Kamal Brown. Are you on here, Casey?
I don't see him on here.
I do see him on here. I don't know if he's, I've asked him to unmute.
Oh, the Special K. There he is. Okay, that's
There
right.
he is.
Okay. Special K, can you turn your camera on? I got to remember that that's who you are now.
Let me try to figure out here.
All right. Up there you
Oh,
go.
there I
We
am.
gotcha. Oh my goodness. Long time no see, my friend.
How are you?
Awesome. Awesome. Glad you are joining us and glad you are with us. Go for it, Robert. I'm sorry. I had to say hello.
No problem. Well, I've known KC, Special K, for a long time. We worked in a previous company together, and this guy is like an incredible chef. He's not only an incredible chef, and he's had some in and outs with some friends of mine creating some incredible barbecue sauce. But to have KC reach out to me and join and go to 1K, and he's already got experience in trading, and so does his team. And hey, I know I didn't know you were going to be on here, but I hope you don't mind me shouting out. Why don't you share with everyone how excited you and your team are doing? I'm very proud of them.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, I was surprised. I was fumbling my phone. So, but yeah, so I had a team that I was trading, but like I was telling Mr. Hollis, I was trying to figure out, instead of me trying to develop and the things that go into the training and everything, and then I got sent something by Rosina that was a screenshot of your page. I'm like, what are they doing over there? And I know of Akashx, but I was just kind of waiting, just trying to see how it develops. I was like, okay, this might be perfect. So that's when I reached out, and it just kind of just took off from there. And now I'm seeing, it's almost like you're taking all the difficulty, because it takes years and years and years just to get, I would say, almost average.
Yeah.
Unless you're just lucky, or you get the right mentorship. But what I've been seeing, especially from your last, when we had, forgot his name, that Joel had him on there. I'm telling my team, like, go to his page, only follow him, because of his risk management, his system. I think it's so simple that if you just follow the system, watch the videos. Hold on, I gotta do it. Videos that he tells you to watch. Because I've been seeing with his trade alerts, there's so many opportunities, and the amount of trades he puts out, I really like, because I have a few people that are in different time zones.
Right.
So as long as they follow the system, I had a couple people, like I don't trade on Friday, I had a couple people that didn't listen to the system. They were like, okay, I just learned my lesson. So
yeah.
It's like I'm following the system now. But just seeing everybody's success, like everyone knows that I trade and I've been trading. But to be able to promote people that have never traded before.
Yes.
And they're being successful with it. And no matter what, I tell my team, don't worry about the dollar amount, doesn't matter. The green is what matters. You do that enough consistently, you're going to start to be amazed at just what the results. So I'm becoming a student again, because I'm in there learning, going through everybody, and I'm like, oh yeah, you know what I mean? So I just love how simple everything is. I love how simple it is.
Well, KC, I'm telling you, I just love and appreciate you, because you're one of the good guys. I've met a lot of people in the world, and your heart is always for other people, and to show you guys how great of a relationship that you can build with people. A very dear friend of KC's and mine, Rosina, she's seen my Facebook post. And so think of this, you guys. This is when you really understand relationships. She's seen my post, shared that post with KC, and then told KC to get in so she could get in underneath him. That is the kind of people that, and Rosina's a superstar, man. She is amazing. So I just really appreciate you jumping on. I'm sorry that I surprised you, but you're an ultimate professional, so it didn't bother you at all.
Right. I was ready.
Well, have a very blessed day. Any other last words?
I would just say, just follow the system.
Absolutely.
Like, even with building the business part, I'm going through everything that you do, and I'm like, okay, let me mimic what he's doing. Because success leaves clues. So if you've been doing it this long, this successful, it makes no sense to try to create something you ain't got to create. Just follow your leader.
I heard one time just recently from a very successful gentleman. I've known him for years. And he goes, you know why people complicate things? And I said, why? And he said, 100% their ego. Because if it's simple, then it makes them look like they're not valuable. So they want to always be between the message and the messenger, right? They always want to be between that. And, I know I'm going to probably get beat up for this statement, but, a lot of people have these mega churches, right? And all kinds of different different religions. And the people that have the mega churches don't want to introduce people to the messenger. They don't want to show them how to be independent. They want them to show up on Sunday and Wednesday, and so they can pass the plate. Because if you connect people to the source, there's no reason for you. So I love doing that. So thank you, Casey. I really, really appreciate it. Let me look who else is on here.
And while you're doing that, just a quick announcement, because we just had a joiner into our Imaginators group. Jim Williamson just joined us in the Imaginators. So Jim, thank you so much. Welcome. If you want to join Imaginators, or if you want to join the Inner Circle, very simple to do. Click the join button down below if you're watching us on YouTube. If you're watching us here in Zoom, go to roberthollis.com/join. That's it. You're on. And thank you so much, Casey. A special K. Love and appreciate you. Glad you're with us. Go ahead, Robert. Sorry, I had to interrupt because of that.
No. You can interrupt me anytime. I don't know if you guys seen this graphic, because people keep talking about Joel, right? Now, some of you are going to think that I'm lying, but I always try to keep it simple. I still can't explain a pip to anybody. Do you understand? All I can say, based on gold and other things that are traded, it's a measurement. It could be a dollar figure, and there's probably I know I want Arthur to come on here, so maybe he'll give us a brief lesson. But all I see here is weekly results. 222,680 pips won, 350 lost. I don't even have to understand what pips are, and that looks pretty damn good to me. So if you're following Joel's strategy, and this is for a week. So, I just thought I'd share that really good. Joel did a training for us. Again, it's in the chat. And I think that people that, will learn. Me and Craig were talking before we jumped on here, and both of us started out winning. And then all of a sudden we did a couple of tap and trades with people we probably shouldn't have. But even, Javid had a couple of bad strikes. And it's funny, me and Craig both, even though we're trading other people's money, it did the same thing for me and Craig. What it did for us is instead of losing money, why don't I go through Joel's training again? And why don't I go through, in the training, he talks about the other videos that he believes you should watch, right? And I want you to ask, every one of you, ask yourselves, you heard Joshua and then you heard from KC. I want everyone to ask yourself why you would rather ask me or somebody else that's trading than watch a video. Ask yourself that question, because Arthur's going to come on here next if he would honor us with it, and, and he's about ready to pass his challenge. And, already went through phase 1, almost done with phase 2, probably Monday or Tuesday, he'll be done. And one of the things that Arthur shared with me is I'm so proud of him because he did a couple of things in our inner circle. He shared with us where he sort of mind hacked himself and figured out, listen, I don't mind getting a lot of small wins to get to my goal. And he pulled that off. But what's really, really unique about Arthur is that he caught himself doing things the wrong way. And then he started doing things the right way. And when it made sense, now he's about ready to pass the challenge. And I'm super, super proud of him. So Arthur, thanks for being on here. I thought I seen you in a car, but man,
I was coming home from Costco.
Yeah. So Arthur's also great with magic tricks. I said, man, I hope he could talk in the car. And then then the next thing I know, he's in the universe. So that's pretty awesome. So Arthur, welcome to the Ask Me Anything. So why don't you tell everyone your experience and how excited you are?
Okay, thanks for having me on. Yeah, Akashx has changed my view on the trading. I mean, it's totally different from when they first started. First off, they have like way more traders, and they just added one this last week, Golden Sky. So they are getting more trainers, more training. Go away. Sorry, my cat is bothering me.
That's all right.
But yeah, I made mistakes, like probably most people are going to do, and I failed my first challenge because first off, I was taking the trade alerts, and my lot size was way too big, and then I found that out the hard way by losing my account. So some of you don't have to lose your account. You can actually go and watch Joel's videos so you don't lose your account. But I would say that Joel, his trading method is probably the most conservative out of all the traders because you're taking one trade and moving the stop loss and taking partial profit on that one trade. So you're only risking a little bit, even though his stop losses are really big.
Right.
You're only taking one trade. So he usually will hit the take profit 1 or 2. He'll usually hit those. So when you're seeing like the pips that he's won, a pip is just like 10 cents. So
oh,
10
wow.
pips is 10 pips is like a dollar move in the market. So he'll usually set the take profit 1 for $3. So he's looking for a $3 spread or $2 or $3 spread to take profit on that trade. And then the next one is like a $5 or $7 trade. So from your entry point to take profit 2 is probably going to be like $10 or $11 spread, which is like 100 pips.
Okay.
So if you're looking at his pips at what he's won and what he's lost, that's like an 88% success rate, which is really, really good for the traders. And he's just one trader. We have like a ton of others. So if you want to follow the conservative route, watch Joel's videos, trade like him, take his trade alerts. And then, so I started doing that, but the mind hack that Robert was talking about that happened was, I was, instead of going for these huge wins, like $200-$300 trades that I'm trying to achieve to collect $500 trades to get to my goal, I was just thought, okay, how hard is it to get to $50, $60, $70 profit and then close it out? I can do that multiple times a day. I can probably take 20 to 30 trades and I'm already at $1,000 profit for the day. So my whole goal was to win the challenge in 5 days, to pass stage 1, was to earn 1% a day. So to do that, I would need to make $500 in the morning sessions, $500 in the afternoon sessions. How many trades would that take? How many $60 trades would that take to make $500 in the morning? How many $60 trades would that take to make $500 in the evening? And then I would be done. So if you go back to that video that you made about the compounding interest,
right?
And then you combine that with Akashx has a thing. If you are on one of their higher accounts, the $100,000 or the $200,000 accounts, if you consistently grow your account 10% for 3 months, they will add on another $50,000 to your account.
Holy cow.
Yeah. So I'm on the $100,000 account. I made a little over $15,000 in 13 days. So I grew my account 10%, grew it another 5% in 3 days. So that's like way over the goal of the 10% consistency for the 3 months. So that's all I really need to focus on. But think about this. If you think about, if you're a few years into the future, you're just trading, making 1% profit every day on your account. All of a sudden, in a couple of years, 2-3 years, you've grown your account and you're at $4 million. The max is $5 million. So imagine you have $4 million to trade with in your account, but you're still sticking to that 1% that you're looking for a day. That's $40,000 a day. You're just playing with the numbers. Your percentages and your profits are still the same, but you're just looking for that 1%. So it's, if you're making $40,000 a day, just imagine like how much that is a month. And pretty soon you're going to overflow and reach that $5 million mark. You're going to have to do something with that money, probably put it in Trident markets or something. Maybe the account will be 10 million after that. Who knows?
I have a feeling I overheard that that they'll probably be upping it when people get to that point, because it just makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, if you've gotten to that point where you've grown it to that much, it's like, what's really the risk? Because have been on a successful winning streak and they've grown their account to $4 million. What would be the risk of increasing their account?
Right.
So that they can put more in and earn more money. It only would make sense because if they are withdrawing, like say you withdrew like $1 million, I'm on a 90-10 split. So TradeX Mastery would get 10% of the $1 million. So
right.
$100,000.
And they gave you the leverage up front.
Yes.
Yes. So, well, Arthur, I'm super, super proud of you. Thank you for explaining some of that to us. But it's funny because, Arthur, when you and I first met, and you constantly hear me doing the numbers in my head,
yes.
You know what I mean? It's cool to see that you're there. So when people look at me and go, I don't understand why you work so hard. And I'm going, well, I'm going to have 10,000 active traders, and 10,000 active traders are going to produce, $1 million a month in volume. That's $120,000 a year in extra income over top of my trading. And then people just go, I don't understand where you're at. You know what I mean? And so you now sharing people that you amassing your account with 4 million in it. I agree with you that will happen. I agree with you that will happen.
And one other thing before I go is that people are like asking all the time, and I keep posting, and I said, don't discount the small wins, the $60, $70 that you're making. Don't discount those because they add up if you're taking multiple trades.
Right.
And if you are risking more, looking for those $400, $500 winning trades, you're also risking the loss of that.
Right.
You're risking, and if you're taking Joel's trades, it's not $400 that you're risking. You're risking, if it hits the stop loss and goes down, you're risking like $1,000,
right,
$1,200 on one trade.
So just follow the video.
Follow the videos, yeah. He does have the most conservative plan, I think. He said that everybody in his group has passed their challenge.
Yeah. Well, when I did that video that you talked about on compounding, I remember my mentor sitting down with me 37 years ago, and he was going, I said, I just don't understand how you make 62 grand a year. I don't get it. And he goes, Robert, I have 30,000 people helping me. And he goes, so if I have 30,000 active people in my group and every one of them just work an hour a month, I'm getting leverage on 30,000 hours. And I went, oh my God, that makes sense. You know what I mean? And so some will work more and some will work less. And so it's just so fun to see people like yourself and other people winning. And when they start, they go, because they all for you. is that when you win and you start taking profits, is to see if you really have the ability to keep quiet about that.
Yeah.
Because that's what I love about Akashx. You could just be quiet. I'm just going to trade. I'm going to free up my time. I'm going to do stuff for my family. And that's the game I want to play. And then there's other people that are going like, well, if I can do it, other people can do it. And that's when you start going, hey, so I'm just proud of you, Arthur. Thank you so much for sharing.
Thank you.
You bet.
No problem.
You bet.
Thank you.
Okay.
Before we continue again, another great donation. I got to give a shout out to Melody Ryba. Bless you, my dear. Thank you so much. If you want to donate to the organizations that Robert participates with, Jesus Way, it's a home for orphanages as well as others. Please hit the $ in the YouTube chat, hit the $ that's below the chat, and all the money goes to those organizations. So Melody, thank you and bless you very much.
I love you, Melody. Thank you so much. You're so generous and always been ever since I met you. So thank you so much, Melody. I love you. The next person is not that they've, won any, phase 1 or phase 2, but another part of building and helping people is so important. And so what I want to do is bring out Kai Ao, because Kai not only is building the confidence, but he also recently brought in another individual. And that person, I mean, it's so fun to watch a person new to this game. And then all of a sudden you and post on their social media. I just got an email from MDC saying I'm an executive. And now he's posting his wins. So Kai, I just wanted to bring you out because helping other people win is also very, very important. So I'm proud of you.
Thank you so much, Robert. Can you hear me all right?
Yeah, I can hear you perfectly.
Absolutely. I mean, oh my God. I words cannot express how I feel about not just Akashx, but MDC and Josh and Jenna's Way all along. They have created a monster that is, and I know is going to disrupt the entire industry all across the board, because now I'm starting to have people who consistently have said no to me and are suddenly reaching out and asking, what is this you're exactly doing? And I'm like, well, what would you like to know? You said no to me many, many times. What would you like to know?
Right.
So yeah, it's not just about like helping. It's also about understanding about a lot of people with in their circumstances. Like for example, Ricky Rivera, we stayed in touch. We both went through some really, really, really down times, and I'm not even going to describe how down it was, but I held on, stayed connected. Most people would say, I quit, I'm moving to a different company.
Right.
But I just held on because something in my gut feeling kept telling me, stay on the course, no matter how bloody bad it gets, just stay on the course and keep moving forward at the best way possible. And so when I prayed to the higher powers above, please show me a sign that I need to continue. And when this popped up, I was like, we saw it on that last the AMA, what, 3 weeks ago, almost. Yeah. My jaw dropped when you told me all that information. It's like, this is a sign. It's go.
Yeah, time. And you just put your head down and made it happen. And so, because I don't know, is it Rike?
Yes.
Why don't you do me the honors and introduce him to the rest of the crowd, and we'll bring him on as well.
All right, everybody, please give me a warm welcome to Rike Rivera out in Arizona. He has been through ups and downs. I mean, he and I started at the same time with My Daily Choice, but like I said earlier, he went through some down times, but we stayed connected. And sometimes we did not even talk about business. I'm just asking, are you okay? Are things well? Your post is very disturbing. Talk to me. What's going on? And when you develop relationships like that, it just naturally becomes a bond, not just a, like social bond, but bond with a spirit.
Yeah.
So please, everybody, help me welcome Ricky Rivera to the Robert Hollis My Daily Choice family.
Hi, Ricky.
Thank
How are
Guy.
you?
Thank you, Kai. That was an amazing welcoming. I am going to correct you about one thing. I am in Southwest rural Texas. I literally run off solar power and Starlink. So
I'm proud of you. I am so proud of you, because you and I have had some, personal conversations as well, including Kai and I. And, sometimes I think that you guys relate to me because I shared my story of, you can't go any further down when you're laying in the gutter, you know what I mean? And there's nowhere to go. So, I tell people sometimes it's, you just got to sort of squimmy your shoulders. And even if you're laying in the gutter, at least turn around so you can look up.
And I was down in that gutter, Robert, and I looked up. And, I've followed you for a few years now. Like Kai said, I was with MDC, and I actually left MDC for a while and just back. And, I've been watching Akashx and all of that. And one of my main reasons, Robert, for that is you and Kai on that. And this is relating to the uplines, guys. My upline was not there for me. When I get an answer as to it's too overwhelming for them, that's not a leader.
No.
To me. And Robert, you have always been there, and I know you are so busy, and you have always made time for it. So I jumped into Akashx, and a little bit of my story. Kai knows my story, and I reached out to the universe, and I prayed, and this is the answer that I got. And as soon as I got it, I jumped in. And I jumped in full blown. And after that first day, I saw it, and I saw the universe answering.
Yeah.
My prayer.
I got chills right now. I tell people that you see the light, and this time it's not a train in a tunnel.
That's so true. So true. And I've been back and forth between you, Kai, and Arthur. I mean, I've been chatting your guys' ears off, but I have been learning. I was actually late for this meeting today because I was sitting on my computer entwined in the academy learning, and I was just learning about pips when I jumped off and jumped in here, and you said what you said about the pips, and I was like, well, that's me.
Yeah.
I don't know squat about pips.
I don't understand a lot of things about a lot of things. I know that I put in a username and password when my phone connects to Wi-Fi, and I can talk to 8 billion people. I don't need to understand how Wi-Fi works. I just know that it does. So, Ricky, thank you so much. I guess you got muted. If you have a last word you'd like to say.
I did mute. My dog started barking at something. It's probably a coyote running by or a rabbit or something out there. But for those of you that if you're not in this, it is a blessing in disguise, guys. And that 10K challenge, I mean, I've already set myself up. I've only been trading for 2 days on it, and I've already hit the $400 mark. So I'm in line to hit that first phase and just knock it out of the park. And I plan on doing so every step of the way. And we're going to celebrate when that happens. So
yes, sir, we are. Yes, sir, we are. Well, I love you. Have a great weekend, and we'll let you go. And Kai, thank you so much, man, for not giving up. Changing people's lives is addicting.
Yes, it is. And thank you so much, Robert, for not giving up on me.
Never, ever. I love you. Okay, so now we're already 45 minutes in. How many people like the direction we're going here? You know what I mean? So if some of you have gotten a win, if you want to say something, maybe this is a chance for you to do it. And if you're not, then then if you have a question, we can do a question. Just know that we got a hard stop in 15 minutes. So raise your hand. I'm going to turn it over to Craig, and he can do a raise a hand or whatever.
Yep. Go ahead and raise your hand again if you want to. Just go ahead and put your cursor in the middle of the screen where you see all these lovely faces. On the bottom, there's a button that says raise hand. Click on that, and we'll call on you, and you can share what you'd like to share, whether it's a share or a question. And I think in the meantime, while we've got a little bit of the time, ladies and gentlemen, Tom, you're going to be coming right up. I just really quick wanted to say that please, please, please watch the video with Joel Arias. It is in the chats here. It'll be in the post description below after the video is completed. But that is what we are talking about. That's what everybody is referring to. Taking the time to go step by step and learning, not just jumping in, but learning what to do and how to do it. Yes, experience is a valuable teacher if you will heed its teachings, which Arthur has shown us because he mentioned about how he lost in the beginning. We all do. Robert and I are less than what we originally came in. But you know what? Stop loss. Let's go ahead and use those words. Stop loss. Time to do what we should have been doing from the very beginning and taking the time and the steps to learn. We've got 999 days once we register with Akashx to complete the challenge. I think we can do that in a lot less time than that. So there's my pitch. Tom Booth, go ahead, open up, and thank you for your patience. Please share with us.
Okay, guess you can hear me. Yeah, I do like the direction of this, this AMA. And I was just looking up in my TradeX Mastery. It looks like my winning trades are 65.12%, losing trades 34.88%. About half of those are better. I don't know exactly, are just following the tap to trade guys.
Right.
And now a lot of times, maybe closing out early. If I see I'm in a win, I close out early, and I'm not waiting.
Right.
Even couple of wins like 12 cents, so you take whatever. But a couple of times I thought, like, I'd heard I don't know who it was that said I think it was Josh, that he decided to trade against the trader. They were doing a sale, so he went on a buy. So I started doing that sometimes, and as soon as I'd see it turn around, I close it out. And so I did win a couple of,
Man, you're more of a risk taker than I am. I'm like That sounds like Josh Wagel. Find out what everybody else is doing and do the exact opposite. That's Josh Wagel, totally.
Well, sometimes that's a good thing in life too. Just look around you and like, they're doing this, I'm doing that, because I'm not following that group. But I thought I'd experiment with that. Then a couple of times I even just went on to the trade locker and just picked out like a trade and bought or sold just to see where it would go. And a couple of those, went up a little bit, and then I got out. And a couple of went down somewhat. I had one went down $92. Definitely, and that was fast. I think that was a Javed trade, and it was just it went down, and I ran like hell. So,
yeah, but wasn't it? I don't know if you guys watched The Office, but isn't it Dwight what is his name?
I don't watch the show, but who is it?
Dwight Schultz or whatever his name is from
who he is? Yep.
Brood, yeah, or whatever. And he was the one that said that there's a classic video of him going, he goes, everybody asks me why my life is the way it is. And he says, I very simply watch what stupid people do, and I don't do that.
That's a good starting point.
And I remember hearing that years ago with Jim Rohn. Jim Rohn says, hey, he says, if you know people that are struggling, if you got a friend or a relative or even someone that you know that's really struggling, he goes, you should take them out for coffee or take them out for lunch. And then just ask them, what are all the things that you're currently doing so to stop doing that? And he said, now, don't get mad when you find a bunch of people that are not doing good and you ask them how they make money and they go, well, I make money like everybody else. I get a job. And he goes, oh, really? maybe I should do something else. And he says, it's just something in your mind to say, wow, everyone that I know that is struggling right now, the economy's going up, everything's going up, but their income's not going up. You know what I mean? So I'm pretty simple person. I'm like, hey, so Tom, thank you so much for sharing that. I really, really appreciate that.
Yeah, just one other thing. I think this week I'll be really following those Joel areas, all of those videos, because I had got over my fear of doing Akashx. Now it's time to learn something.
Yeah, I just love how it totally makes you aware of your thoughts and who you are. Like me and Craig were talking about. It's like, we got into a couple of tap and trades and now we're below 50,000, where our account was. And the immediate thought is, okay, I just need to stop trading. Well, that's not the answer. But it did freeze Craig and I enough to think, okay, I'm gonna watch those videos and I love that, Arthur in one of our inner circles, I think, are imaginators. And I just jokingly said to Arthur, I said, wow, you passed phase 1, phase 2, you're gonna be funded next week. I said, what would I have to pay you, Arthur, to pass the challenge for me? And he goes, watch the videos. And I'm going like, damn it, that's like the first time that it switched on me. You know what I mean? I'm going, because everybody wants to know what to do, but they won't make learning from an expert a priority.
Exactly. Yep. Thank you. Yeah, we've got to learn. So
yeah. And so you would think that you would do that first.
Well, it's like directions. Well, I'm going to put this thing together. Well, I better get the directions out because I really messed it up.
Yeah, so, it's like that commercial with IKEA where the guy put the table together and his wife picked up a bunch of screws and went, where do these all go? And it's like
we've done that. And hey, a shout out to all the people on, like Joshua and Arthur and the others, and great stories there. So
yeah, it really, I don't know if it'll happen for all people, but man, when I see other people winning, I just, man, it just excites me, and they don't have to be in my group, so I think that another mandatory thing that I'll tell every one of you to do is if Craig was nice enough to upload the September Josh Wagle update. And when you guys start seeing, 30, 40, 50 people hitting rank advancements, that's how you can tell if a group or a company is in momentum. Because if people are not rank advancing, then there's something not happening. So that's why I wanted to make a big deal out of Joshua Daramella, because when he's got people ranking underneath him, and then I have a whole nother leg that's the 2 1Ks and a 5K out of Samoa. I mean, every time I say that, I'm just like going, I'm good now, you know what I mean? It is like, the actually find, there was a guy that reached out to me. He's checking everything out. And he's going, a friend of mine told me about your company, and he's from Yemen. And I'm like, in my mind, I'm going like, wow. Because when you guys all agree that, there might be a lot of when you hear a name of a country, you sort of go, you know what I mean? I used to feel that way years and years ago about Colombia. And there's a lot of changes that's happened in Colombia. And there's a lot of really super nice people in Colombia. You see what I mean? But sometimes the country sort of gets overshadowed when I tell people, hey, I got a group in Nigeria and Ghana and Kenya and South Africa. And right away, you got people that are going like, yeah, but isn't that where the scammers are? And I'm going, yeah, but that's also where the good people are.
Exactly.
Yeah. So thank you, Tom. I love and appreciate you very, very much.
Thank you, Robert.
You bet.
Great AMA. Thank you.
Yeah, awesome. I'm like, I think people are like, hey, I don't want to ask a question on this one, but I do see someone on here I want to bring up. Daniel, are you available in South Africa?
Let's see.
God, there's scammers.
Okay.
There's scammers in America.
Daniel, you want to go ahead and turn your camera on? We'd love to see you. Let's see. Oh, there he is. Okay. Let's go ahead and do that. And yeah, you go ahead, unmute yourself. You got it. Go for it.
Yeah, got it. Yeah, I just had to put in my other camera, the one that works a little bit better.
Well, Daniel, those of you that didn't know Daniel, I feel Daniel's got a similar story as Joshua Daramella. I mean, we've known each other for years, and you know, it's Daniel just constantly just never gives up. He just never ever gives up. And I just seen you on here, and I wanted to bring you up because he just recently put me on a Zoom, and there was probably like 6 people on it. And I'm just so proud of you. I think that's so awesome to see you having people come on and they go, I get it, and they're excited, and now things are starting to happen for you. So that's really, really cool.
Yeah, one of my friends, Svetlana, that was on the call, she had somebody in America, and that person is also having maybe 2 or 3 people coming in the next week.
Awesome.
So, yeah, things are slowly, but it's growing. You don't give up. Never ever give up. Just do it one step at a bit. And for those people that, I mean, I did a trade with Joel the other on Friday as well, and you know, people say it's like, yeah, you lose money, but yeah, I lost that trade a little bit, but it's like $100, but it's not a loss. It's a lesson, because by doing that, by losing that trade, I actually learned something. So I see it as, yeah, my losses is not a loss. It's me paying to learn a lesson.
Ooh.
And it's a very cheap lesson.
Ooh, say that again.
I say your rates that you get when you do trading, it's not a loss. It's a lesson. And the money you pay, or that the money that you lost, is you paying for the lesson. And here's the kicker on that: it's not even your money.
Yes. Daniel, I'm so proud of you, man. I really, really, really am. Okay, great. I think we should let's go ahead and call it a day. I got to get going. And Craig, everyone, I hope you enjoyed this. I guess it really wasn't an Ask Me Anything, but we'll definitely put past after it, you know, Ask Me Anything, and we'll put success stories. So that is really, really powerful. So Craig, why don't you call it out? Goodbye, everyone. I love and appreciate you, Craig.
All right. Wow. Thank you, each and every one of you, for joining us today on this amazing AMA Ask Me Anything call with the amazing Robert Hollis. And yes, we had special ands to Joshua Daramella, Kamel Brown, KC, Special K, Arthur Wainyo, Kai Au, Tom Booth, and of course, Daniel Van Zyl. Thank you all for participating. OMG. No, I'm going to say OMFG, because that's what this was. And we will have this up here shortly. There were a couple of links that are in the chats that we've mentioned. Please download that. It's very simple to download if you're watching us on YouTube. The post description will be below the video once we're done. For those of you watching in Zoom, click the 3 dots in the meeting chat next to Ask Me Anything, then click on Save Chat, and it will download when we conclude this video. We are just so pickled tink to have you with us today. We really are. And we are glad that you spent the time with us. It took time out of your busy schedule to join us. Don't forget, we have Imaginators tomorrow. That'll be starting at noon Pacific, 3 Eastern. And we will get that going if you are an Imaginator. Very simple to do. Go to roberthollis.com/join and become an Imaginator, and you get exclusive content and you'll be a part of our exclusive calls and just a whole bunch of stuff that we do to help you move to the next level, and share it with people that have ears to hear. We love and appreciate you. Thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule to join us. Until next time, please be good to yourselves. Be cash. Bye-bye. And I am going to go ahead and unmute everybody so we can all say so long for this great Saturday, September 7th.
So long.
Thank you,
So long.
everybody.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Have a great weekend, folks.
So
Thank
much.
Love y'all. God bless you all. Watch the video.
Yes, watch the video. Agreed.
Watch the videos.
Thank you all very much. And